Zay, double-double. Who's got questions? Go ahead, Gavin.
Isaiah, coach was talking about how you guys had a kind of a team meeting the other night. What was kind of said and what kind of got you kind of led into playing so well this game?
It was during the team meeting. We were just all trying to make sure we established roles and make sure everybody knew what their role on the team was really, and make sure basically we was telling ourselves like if we wanted to start making a run at it, like this was going to be the game. It was time. So everybody just came collected together and just felt the same way. We went out there and showed it.
Charlotte?
Hey, Isaiah, just to follow up on that, how did, I guess, today feel different on the court? Obviously, the product was very smooth, but for you guys as a team, just bringing that energy.
It felt good. I mean, we was really connected throughout the whole game, and that was part of the meeting as well. We're just mainly just showing how connected we are and showing how much we care for each other. So even when they made a run, we stayed together and we kept our composure, and we just stayed together the whole time.
You ready? Sean?
Yeah, Zay, just on a coach is talking about the energy that he can kind of bring when he's on the floor, and just how good was it to see him back out there today. It looked like he was having fun, and especially in that first half, brought some energy to the team when you guys needed it. That was really big for us, especially for the whole team, and for me too. When I saw him go out there and bring that energy, it boosted me up a little bit too, and I felt like I had to go do more whenever I got in there. So seeing him was it was a joy to see, especially because we all know how hard he worked to get out there.
Gavin? Gavin, you're muted.
You guys had 21 assists today and really shared the basketball. What was the difference from previous games? You just looking out for each other?
Yeah, it was really just everybody trusting each other and figuring and knowing what spots that people like the ball, and basically it was just all about trust, and that was part of the meeting too. We were just trying to be able to trust each other, and we showed that on the court with the assists we had.
Danny?
Yeah, Isaiah, coach specifically said that what you brought today, that's what he needs from you every game. So what was working for you today, and how do you kind of replicate this every game the rest of the way?
It was just energy. It was just I fed off everybody's energy. I fed off Cook energy, and it was just everybody feeding off each other's energy really. And whenever I was able to have a lot of energy, I brought a lot to the court. So basically just keeping the consistent energy every game now.
Last one, Noam?
Isaiah, Fremantle had 30 points, but it seemed like you sort of held him in check a little bit more in the second half, and you finished with 5 blocks. What was the key to really, locking him down on the post and not letting him really get other guys like Paul Scruggs involved?
It was about just positioning on in the post and sending him to us offhand, or at least trying to send him off his offhand. He's a really good player, but we made adjustments, and we were basically just trying to make sure he didn't have any way to kick it out to a shooter, so we lived whatever he did.
Okay, guys, that's about it? Okay, I'll go. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Appreciate you, man.
RJ, coach had mentioned he kind of pulled you aside at halftime to kind of talk about carrying on that full game performance. What did he say to you, or how did that affect you, that conversation?
He's been pushing me a lot lately. The last couple of days, he's been really at me to get me to this point. And at halftime, yes, he did pull me aside, and I think that really helped me. The coach has really been supporting me, and he's been trying to push another gear for me. And this really helped me today. Coach just told me, he said, you got to put your second half together now, and this is the time for you to do it. So I came through for my team. So I'm happy to do that.
Gavin?
RJ, what was kind of the mood of the team coming in? You guys have been struggling a little bit. And kind of how do you feel after the game now?
You'd be surprised. The mood after these couple games, we were down, of course, with the losses, but we came together one day like 2 days ago, and the mood changed. We figured some things out that we wanted to do and what was going on for us, and that helped us. We came into this game actually with a pretty good mindset. We knew what we had to do. We knew what we wanted to do, and then now, I mean, we're just happy that we're back on the winning side.
Dom?
Yeah, RJ, just, I know you knew all along that you were going to be stepping up in competition from, where you were before to UConn and the Big East. Do you feel now like you really have a handle on what it's going to take for you to compete in the Big East at the kind of level that you were before? Do you feel like you're kind of up to Big East speed now?
I mean, to me, it's basketball. Big East, anything. It's basketball. You've been doing this for your whole life. So competition is what you want to be a part of. I mean, me, it was just figuring out where how I can fit in and how I can and try to incorporate myself within the flow of the game here. And I think I found it. I've been struggling earlier in the season to get that flow, and I think I figured it out. But it came down to my teammates just believing in me, coaching staff believing in me, and me believing in myself.
Jacob?
Yeah, RJ, you kind of alluded to a few of the things, but you guys were talking about a team meeting a couple of days ago. What was your input? What did you take from that? And also, a second question is, just talk about the kind of the emotional joy a Cook brought with hitting those shots today. He was all smiles and everything like that, and it really seemed to loosen up the team in a way.
The meeting I just brought to I had to be a leader. I had to finally step up and be a leader. I've been trying to figure it out all year. So I can incorporate it, just going through it, and telling each guy what we need from them and what I felt they've been lacking, what I've been seeing out there. And as a team, I brought it up as well. What I've seen as a team, how we look on film, brought that up. So we each addressed it. And a Cook, man, he was huge today. You could tell he loved being out there, and we loved him being out there with us. I've always said this: when we're a team, a full at string, we're a really, really dangerous team. And Cook, he helped us. He gave us a spark off the bench, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season with him.
Danny Barletta?
Yeah, RJ, obviously, statistically, this was your best game of the season, but how did you feel out there? Was this the best you felt in a UConn uniform, especially, with your 3-point shooting?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the best I felt in a long time. And I was just happy that I could be there for my teammates today. It took me a while to get to this point, but I'm happy that I could do that today, step up.
Last one, Dave?
Yeah, RJ, do you like the idea of kind of being that spark plug off the bench? You kind of said it already, but does that appeal to you to be that kind of a microwave guy off the bench the last couple of games?
It doesn't matter to me. I'll play whatever position the team need me to play. Come off the bench, starting whatever it is. I just want to be here for my teammates, and I'm going to continue to do that for the rest of the season. And as long as I could provide my input and my spark, like you said, I'm fine, no matter what my role is.
Okay, guys, that's it. We got a plane to catch. Thanks, everybody.